Can you have hot girl energy without dressing basic? Keep watching to see if that's true. I'm fashion designer Allie Marie, and this is a question that I've been thinking about for months, and what I wanted to explore with this piece. So I'm inviting you to come along with me as I make a blouse for my next collection completely from scratch. First, I started with this sketch, and to be honest, I have been resisting this collar design for a while now because I just couldn't get on board with most people's interpretations. I wanted to make this concept a little bit more sexy and give it more hot girl energy. I started by draping with muslin and kept moving things around until it felt right. Draping is one of my favorite things about my job. After I'm happy with the general shape, I remove all of the muslin pieces and then lay them flat on my table, clean up the lines, and then move into the final version. For this top, I'm using the same pink bloom fabric and trim that I used on my Millie dress, which feels very full circle for me because that dress has been one of my most defining early designs. My creative process is very tactile. I need to be in the conversation with the fabric itself. I don't really think that my style fits neatly into one box. It's kind of a mix of all the places and moments that have shaped me as a person. I grew up in California, so there's always been this laid-back coastal ease that finds its way into my work, breathable silhouettes, natural textiles. But when I was 15, I started selling vintage, and I fell in love with the craftsmanship of older pieces, especially from the 50s and 60s. The way garments were intricately designed to flatter a woman's body is just not commonly seen as much anymore. For example, the shoulder and the armhole darts on this blouse are commonly removed by large corporations in order to cut costs. At the same time, I never want my designs to feel too costumey, so I'm always trying to reinterpret that nostalgia into something contemporary and wearable. I also spent a large chunk of my adult life near West Yellowstone and Jackson Hole, Wyoming. I think that's why some of my pieces have this tiny whisper of Western influence, even when I'm not trying to be too literal about it. Lately, I've also been pushing myself to play with more color theory, exploring how different shades interact emotionally. But my heart is really in the details. I'm obsessed with contrast top stitching. I also use a lot of contrast bias binding. You'll almost always see a lot of bows, ties, and drawstrings in my designs, and recently scallops have also been a big part of my world. Whenever I'm designing something new, I always ask myself these 4 things. Is it flattering across multiple body types? Is it unique enough that it can't easily be replicated cheaply? Will it make the wearer feel feminine, confident, and maybe just a little bit whimsical, but still comfortable and real? And is it timeless and dynamic to last years and across seasons? If I can say yes to all 4 of those things, I'm confident it will do pretty well. So can you have hot girl energy without dressing basic? Absolutely. Because hot girl energy isn't about trends or brands, it's about how you feel and what you wear. It's about confidence, creativity, and being yourself. We've all been tricked into this loop of thinking that to feel stylish, we have to chase trends, constantly replacing our clothes every few months just to fit in. But trends are built to fade. Style is what lasts. And that's why I became a designer, because when you create or choose something intentionally, you can never really be out of style. You just end up being more you.